try and see if we can edit a video on Premiere Pro. Okay, to start with, let's go to my file. Here I have some images of Arunachal and then day 2. Here I've already pre-select. These are my disqualified file videos and these are my pre-selection file. Go to videos. Here I have one video which I wanted to edit in particular, for which I'll do some color grading. This is the one. I'll drag it. I've already opened my Premiere Pro, put it in here, project panel, and then I'll drag it to my source file, and from here I'll drag only the videos. I'll change the sequence because I've already selected the preset sequence. Okay, it's in there. Okay, and now I'll just get some effects. I'm not gonna do any warp, no warps. Color correction, let's color corrector, just drag it in there. And then RGB color, drag it in there. And then number 3 color grading, I'm gonna use that. And then HSL, I'm gonna give some brightness and contrast at the end. I'm gonna use Luma curve at the end. This should appear in the effects control. This is the first color, RGB, 3V color corrector, color balance, brightness and contrast, and Luma curve. These are my few color correction tools which I've been using. So let me just see with first color correction. It's very warm. This is a very warm look. I am not going to use a warm look. I'm going to give it more to the colder looks. Okay. And then on level 7, balance gain 20%. Okay. I'll load input. Again, we are doing some 3-way color correction. I've already touched on the red, green, black, the gamma. I've already touched on the red RGB color correction. Now we're going to 3 ways. I've already made some changes. Let's give it some highlights. You see the changes in the color here. Do you see those changes? Maybe not so. Add a little look at the sky here on the right panel. There's more blue into it. It gives it more dimension. I'm gonna add a little bit of this bluer, too blue. I don't want to lose too much on here. The red part here, I don't want to lose too much of it. That little. I'm not gonna touch here on the input level of this. It's too dark on it. That's too contrast, too much of a contrast. I'll bring it to the lower section so that I'm not gonna lose too much of a saturation and density of pixel. I'll leave it like that. I'm only touching on the master saturation here. As you can see, folks, I've already adjusted the brightness here. I've already adjusted the contrast, the luma curve. I've already made it this way, so it looks a little bit much more better. Now what we can do is, after the adding of the file, adding of the uh, color correction tool, we're gonna export the file. For that we have to go here, render the entire work area.
I mean, I was hamming it up for the camera to pretend it was hard work, but at this altitude, just doing that 3 or 4 times, I tell you what, you kind of feel it. You do kind of feel it. All right, my niece is here waiting for me. Let's get back on the open road.
These are all the correct color correction tool that I've added to this particular video. And after rendering it, we're gonna we go to file, and then we export it. You select that file, and then you go to file, you go to export, and then you go to media. Here it's quite interesting because it's given by default according to the preset which we've selected, but I don't want that because I'm going with the codecs of H.264, which is the more acceptable codecs in many players, acceptable by many players. What happened? Should we render it again? No, I'm not going with 3GP file because that's a mobile file. What I'm going to do here, I'm going by a 3D. Since I shoot this in an iPhone, with an iPhone I'm going to use 3D. I'm shooting it at 60 ftp, but anyway I'm going to give it a more drastic reduction in frame size, so 29.9 frame per second. And the rest 1920 1080 height, which is presented, and just export the file. Yes, exporting it now. Files for comparison, and I'll leave it up to you. I don't know which one to decide to use. Maybe I'll do some more editing if I'm not satisfied with the looks of it, but you be the judge.